Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to my live today here on YouTube, on the YouTube page. And we're going to be discussing Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and geopolitics, as well as discussing other topics in terms of finance, in terms of, we're going to be discussing, start a Q&A. Let's go ahead and start a Q&A. Um, is it a good idea for Bukele in Haiti? So that's gonna start the Q&A. Is it a good idea for Bukele in Haiti? We're also gonna have hopefully we have some more people come through soon. I'm fairly new to the YouTube experience. I'm trying to grow. So if you guys looking at my channel for the first time, we're going to talk about geopolitics. We're going to talk about finance, education. We're going to talk about the Caribbean and North America and how this applies to uh, the world. We're going to be speaking in reference to the situation in the Caribbean between the DR and Haiti. We're also going to be talking about geopolitics, Haiti in the U.S. relations, the Dominican Republic relations with Haiti, as well as other type of relationships as well. So this is what we're going to be discussing throughout this live. And so, stay tuned, come in. If you're tuning in, if you like this type of content, ring the bell, click like to get more people to learn about my channel. Really interested in learning more, about you guys' views on the entire Haiti disaster with the G9 gangs, and not only this, but also the Haiti situation with the gangs, Haiti situation with the Dominican Republic, the U.S. Sending the fast force, the ready force in to take out the U.S. citizens out of the Haitian embassy. We're also going to be discussing other topics such as, the the cost to the Dominican Republic to assist the millions of Haitians that flee Haiti. Where some of the Haitians go when they leave Haiti, around the world. So we're going to be discussing a few topics here today. So, stay tuned. And hopefully we get some people here on the live that could come with us and discuss some of these important topics with us, and if you guys have any questions about this, please let me know. I'm very interested in learning about your guys' opinions in terms of the Haiti and the DR situation, the economics, the geopolitics, the gangs. Very interested in learning more about, what you guys think about the uh, the Caribbeans in general. Why CARICOM decided to decline against the Dominican Republic, and why the Dominican Republic has to continue to show evidence of being good. Why there's so much negative press coming in from entertainers in the media. Why there's not a spokesperson, in the Dominican Republic that specifically talks about, you know, what's the Dominican Republic done? Why the government of Haiti or the people in charge of the media in Haiti never discuss what Dominicans contributed to Haiti. Why is the lack of education in Haiti? How come people in Haiti are raising money for the government on TikTok? This and a lot more we're going to be trying to discuss today in this live. I don't know how long the live is going to be because, like I said, I'm fairly new to the live. I'm still really learning about the editing and how to put everything together here on the live. And so I just want to learn from you guys once we start getting people to come in. If you have any questions in terms of, you know, what we can do to essentially improve the situation, relationship between the DR and Haiti. I've been posting frequently on my TikTok in terms of the geopolitical climate, the military coming into Haiti, the military from the DR, from the U.S., the military, the barbecue, who was the police officer in former police captain in Haiti. So I'm trying to see, a former thread. I spoke to Dr. Tamar yesterday, who's a strategic doctorate in strategic management, and he's provides a multidisciplinary approach to understanding some of the issues. Myself, PhD in finance, and more of economics background. I look, and then more of a financial background and a military and a more of an emergency response type of background. As you guys saw from some of the pictures I posted when I was in the service, when I was in forest wildfire forestry, and I have other pictures also when I was in the CCC as a sergeant major, and then later became the captain. So we've trained. I used to train young people for emergency response. Very dangerous jobs in the U.S. to become forestry firefighters, to become environmental, become earthquake specialists. So, I mean, today we're going to be talking about Haiti specifically, and I just want to hear, comments, questions. We had two people I saw that, and we're going to start inviting some more people to come in. I want to get some input from everyone, across the world. And I just want to know from everyone what they think about, Haiti and the DR. What do they want to see? What do they expect? What do they think should happen? Um, so you know what I mean. It's for me, it's more of a situation where, I want to see. I want to see, you know, many different things in terms of the growth and the communication between um, DR and Haiti. I want to see development. I want to see communication. I want to see Haiti participate. I want to see Haitians demand more from their government. I want to see the policies. I want to see the congressional. I want to see improved foreign policy. I want to see improved domestic policies. I want to see improved policing right at the border. I want to see the Haitian embassy providing education to their people. I want to see more assistance from the Haitian government to the Dominican Republic, right? It's really more participation from the Haitian government than the Dominican government, because I feel the Dominican government is almost oversaturated with people, right? And we need to see more participation, more protection, more attention, more emphasis on the control on the Haitian side, the stability on the Haitian side, the stability, the economics, the people management, the policies, the governing, the law and order. We want to start seeing that in Haiti, because if we don't start seeing that in Haiti, it's essentially the Dominican Republic who's essentially governing and doing all these different things, right? So we want to see we want to see the we want to see everything from the Haitian side come into play. We don't want to start seeing, you know what I mean, just the Dominican Republic just doing everything for Haiti. We definitely want to see, uh, um, you know, everything from the Haitian side, you know what I mean, and how it plays out on both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? So we want to see that kind of type of situation where we understand on both sides of the fence, what's happening. Like for instance, right now in Haiti, there were 4,000 prisoners released, right? So we want to start seeing, the situation like in Haiti, as far as, you know, um, who are these prisoners that escaped? We want to know about these prisoners that just escaped, who they are, where they come from, um, if there's any pictures about them, what can we learn from the police or the government in Haiti? So we want to start seeing some assistance to go into the Dominican people and start assisting us with with some of the stuff that's going on in the world right now. So I just want to hear everyone's thoughts. I know I'm fairly new still here on YouTube. And as my audience begins to grow, you're going to have more interesting topics as we have guests come on the live. We're going to have potentially panel experts, potentially people from Haiti come in, potentially people from other channels with a larger following come in, and so we're going to be able to see, right? We're going to be able to see the progress of the conversation, the process, adding certain specific elements um, to this. So we're going to start having a much better program for how this whole situation in terms of policies, in terms of the people, results, economics, and everything else interplays. I wish I had a co-host because it's easier to bounce off of each other than to just talk for straight because I'm just really learning about the interface here, and I have people over, so there's a bit of noise. So I apologize on that. So I just wanted to say, in terms of the geopolitics between Haiti and the DR, the diplomacy. I mean, I know I'm from the Dominican side, but I haven't personally seen much diplomacy in terms of from Haiti to DR. Right? I've always seen the Dominican Republic initiate diplomacy and start the relationship to ease tension on the other side of the island. But I think we shouldn't have it like that. We should have it more where Haiti should initiate, and then we should assist with that because it is an issue that is more on their side. And if they need assistance, they have to speak up. And obviously they always mention 1804. So if they want to take that stance, they have to speak up, right? They have to show their leadership skills because you can't have both ways. You can't act like the victim and the victor and at the same time blame play the blame game to another country. You have to be consistent with your story. Either you're the victim, you're the hero, or you're not, right? So you got to pick your position. And I think that's important for us to put Haiti in that position where they have to choose. I'm glad the Dominican Republic, where Ariel Henry, they didn't get involved. Obviously, we should not be involved in situation in Haiti. I mean, the U.S. and other entities would not even allow the Dominican Republic to get involved, right? So, but that's just to say, that's just to say, for example, that the Dominican Republic is starting to understand more of the geopolitics in terms of Haiti, in terms of the DR, in terms of the world, the world international politics. Even though the Dominican Republic is a small country in the Caribbean, in an island, right? The Dominican Republic understands the role that it's playing, and because it understands the role that it's playing and how that works, they're now knowledgeable and able to address specific things within these areas. Right, the Dominican Republic, for example, didn't allow Ariel Henry to come back, the Prime Minister of Haiti, Ariel Henry, if I'm not mistaken on his name pronunciation. Right now, Jean Claude, I believe the gentleman's name, he's running for office, but this guy has a rap sheet longer than anybody you could name out there. No, and it's going to create more chaos, right? Then you have barbecue creating even more chaos, releasing prisoners, taking control of the airports. It's really a situation where Haiti needs stability for like 10, 15, 20 years. And if they cannot get stability for 10, 15, 20 years, it's, you know what I mean? It's anyone's game. And the Dominican Republic is it's in a stage where it's growing and developing as a society so much. It doesn't make any sense to have a neighbor that can't even become stable. See, it's not a problem if Haiti was not growing, but at least they should be stable. Because the Dominican Republic in its future vision and future growth, they're not able to continue to grow if they have somebody that they have to carry with them, right? They have people that they have to carry with them that they're not holding their weight. They're not holding their weight, right? And you just have to say the truth, and I put a message out to all Haitians, right? All Haitians, you guys got to be responsible for your own people. You got to be responsible for your own country. You got to be responsible for, if you really want to have a country called Haiti, be responsible for it. Fix it. Help your people. Why, if you are the 1804 people, why it doesn't show that, right? We're talking about 220 years. It doesn't look like it. Why is it? Well, yeah, the U.S. has something to do with it. The U.S. I remember Bill Clinton mentioned something about uh, going in and interfering with the rice industry, and there was another, I think, in the 1980s with Ronald Reagan. He did something with the pig industry, and then they also had to pay back France since 1825 to 1947, right? About they gave an estimate that was initially 150 million francs, but that number was cut down to 50 million francs, which Haiti paid 25 million and the DR paid 25 million in 1822 to 1844, and then we had a war of independence for the Dominican Republic in 1844. That's what that war was. Because when Haiti was in charge of the whole island, Dominicans were heavily taxed because they were paying a debt to France. They got scared. 1825, Napoleon came, circled the island with his ships and tanks, and said, "Hey, Haiti, if you don't pay me, you guys are going to become slaves again." So then Haiti got scared, and then they decided to pay because they didn't want their people to become slaves again, right? So, but this caused a lot of issues because Dominicans had nothing to do with France. Remember, on the Spanish side, they had a treaty called the Treaty of Ryswick, which was signed in 1697. And because of that, the Spanish side of the island didn't have anything to do with Napoleon. We had the Spanish Empire on this side of the island, so on the Spanish side of the island, but on the French side of the island, they were under French rule, right? So this tells you a lot about the two sides. I mean, how the French managed the left side of the island and the right side of the island to be in the Dominican Republic, how that was managed, right? So, and then there was a lot of conflicts. I mean, Haiti did not recognize Dominican independence in 1844. March 19, 1844, and then there were subsequent invasions from Haiti from 1844 all the way up to 1859, and then finally in 1860s Haiti, because of the 14 battles they had against Dominicans, they noticed that they could not beat the Dominicans anymore. They were more sophisticated army. They became more sophisticated, more sophisticated. Initially, Haiti had the upper hand. Haiti had 30,000 well-trained soldiers. And the Dominican side in 1844, they only had 10,000 farmers that were fighting the 30,000 Haitian soldiers, and they actually won. So this tells you a lot about the conflict, the strategy on the Dominican side, right? They had more warriors on the Haitian side. We had a better strategy on the Dominican side, and we were able to beat them. Now, subsequent wars from 1844 all the way up to 1859 shows us the Dominicans they work well together, right? War is a team-based effort, right? It's not an individual-based effort, and so that shows you that the 1804, right? It didn't really mean the same thing that most people are saying out there in the media, because obviously Dominicans who got their independence in 1844, initially we got the first win from Spain with Enriquillo, who's one of the Taino ancestors of the Dominican, in 1835. And the Dominican Taino chief, the cacique, chief and cacique means the same thing. He won against Spain in 1535, and even earlier than this, Sebastian Lemba, who was an African ancestor Dominican, he actually rallied up with 400 men in 1532 or 1533, and he beat also he won several African slave rebellions in 1533. So that tells you that on the Dominican side, they were more strategists, and they were able to strategically win against Haiti and against European powers and other invaders that continued to come in over the last 400 to 500 years. Whereas on the Haiti side, they were able to beat in 1804 the French, but the Dominicans already had a lot more experience prior to 1804, and they had prior wins prior to 1804. So it seems, and even in Puerto Rico, with one of the caciques in Puerto Rico, they also had wins against the Spanish empires, and even in Mexico, because Mexico was also fighting the Spanish Empire, they had victories against the Spanish. So that tells you that the 1804, because of the printing press, was blown out of proportion. Because if you really look at the history of the Caribbeans, right, starting in 1492 all the way up to 1865, you'll see that Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and Mexicans actually had more victories than Haiti. Haiti had a huge victory, 1804, but that was a fourth quarter win. That wasn't a first quarter win. That was a fourth quarter win. Like if you watch football, that's a fourth quarter win, right? But in the Dominican side, I mean, the Taínos, we were fighting the Spanish. Then when the Taínos mixed with the Spanish, when we were mestizos, we were still fighting the Spanish. We were fighting the Spanish from 1492 all the way up to 1865. And you have to remember that the Spanish Empire was the biggest empire in the Americas until 1865. Not only did they have the west part of the United States, they had other parts of Florida, they had California, they had Texas, they had New Mexico, Colorado. I mean, they had almost the entire west coast of the Americas, including South America, including Mexico, including Latin America, South America, and a lot of places throughout the Caribbean, including Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. So the Spanish Empire was actually here in a much bigger, a major force than the French Empire. Remember, the French didn't come into the Caribbean until almost the mid 1600s. So the Spanish Empire was actually the more powerful empire here in the Americas before the French. Remember, the French were fighting off in Europe. They were fighting other opponents like the Russians. They were, so the Spanish Empire was actually the major force in the Americas, and the Hispanics, Latinos, the Hispanic or the native people of the Americas were fighting these people from the 1400s all the way up to 1865, when finally the Dominicans won against Spain, and finally the Spanish Empire crumbled, right? But I mean, to give Haitians solely the victory to defeating one European power, when there was the French, there was the British, the Dutch, and the Spanish, and the Spanish were the major empire in the Americas until the British started coming and started taking over the 13 colonies, the Louisiana Purchase, and took over the entire American continent. So the Spanish Empire, prior to the British Empire, was the major power in the Americas. Yeah, you had colonies of French in the Americas, like Louisiana, and you had Haiti, but the Spanish Empire was the major empire here in the Americas until almost the 1900s. So you really have to do your research on that, and you will see that the Spanish Empire really had control of the Americas for a very long time before any other major powers. And that's why in the 16 and 1700s, you had pirating. And a lot of pirating, if you look at the map, the geography, you'll see that most of the pirating was going on in the Haiti side, and mostly on the side of Haiti, and the islands on the outskirts of Haiti, because Haiti is shaped kind of like a U at the end of it, right? So they have several islands around there, and that's one of the major concentrations in Haiti and DR of the pirating from the French, from the Dutch, from the British. So that's what was going on there at that time. So I want to leave it for here for now. I have other people talking in the background. I don't want to be too rude. I'll just schedule it for another time. But if you guys have questions about this, just please in the comment ask questions. I'll try to see if I could bring somebody else on the live. I do get tired of talking after like 20 minutes. And that's why I will need it like someone like a co-host, because I don't like to talk to more than 15, 20 minutes, something like 10 minutes continuously. But if you guys have questions and we want to go back and forth on history and talk about specific points in economics, the one last thing I want to say before I go is that currently there's a huge issue between, with Haiti not being a stable country, the Dominican Republic, according to the Dominican economists. It shows that Dominicans are spending between 22 billion pesos a year, which is roughly between 400 and 500 billion dollars per year. That this actually costing them directly, just in terms of cash for assisting the millions of Haitians that are in DR, right? And that's a lot of money for a small country. It's not for the U.S. It's not a lot of money, but for a small third world country, that's a lot of money, right? And so you have to think about that and how much period of time, how many people are using resources that the Dominican people are paying in taxes and services. The citizens of that country. Again, it's not the U.S. that could just absorb this and have more facilities and more hospitals. There's a limited supply of resources on the islands, right? It's a small island. So it doesn't have unlimited resources, the same as the U.S., right? But yeah, I mean, people do their best they can over there in the Caribbeans. I just want to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you guys. And if you haven't followed, make sure to follow, like, and share the live. I would like to continue and grow the audience a little bit more here on YouTube. Thank you guys. Have a good day.